Today's show is brought to you by TraderCobb.com. Visit TraderCobb.com to go visit and join up to our free bi-weekly video newsletter. In the newsletter, you'll get 2 emails per week with content about the markets, scans, often heads-up calls, and you can meet my apprentices. Join the website now and find out more about how you can get a structured trading approach and attack the markets with an idea of what you're doing. Join TraderCobb.com now.
Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. This is the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast.
G'day everybody and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Well, what happened yesterday? Shish kebabs. Tell you what, it was quite an interesting day, all of which I didn't pay too much attention. I didn't warrant too much attention towards it. And the simple reason I didn't was because actually, let me tell you what I'm talking about first. Obviously, we saw Bitcoin do a radical $450, $400 move in the space of about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, there was a clear shot up. About $300 of that dollar move was in a 1 minute candle. So the market spiked really quickly, really hard, and went kind of burko. Everyone sort of lost their marbles. The top 10 soon followed suit, and whooshka, off she went. Now, what it did was it actually did 2 things for me. I was sitting here, I actually had a photographer here getting some photos for the new website and some media stuff and all those bits and pieces. And as it turns out, just as soon as that photographer got here, and he's a trader, he's someone who's in the groups, in my Slack community, he's done my courses, so it's someone from within the membership. His name's Bryce, he's a legend. He's got no hair like me, so I felt very comfortable around Bryce. Hi, Bryce, if you're listening. But the bottom line is this, right? As he came in, the market just shot up out of nowhere, poof, straight up. Now, the other 9 in the top 10 lagged that move. Now, I wasn't there to, I was right there, but I didn't take any of these trades. But one of the things I noticed was that lag opened on an opportunity. Now, it's not an opportunity that you get too often, but there's leaders and there's laggers. And in this case, Bitcoin was where all the pump happened. And about 30 seconds to a minute later, I think it wasn't immediate. The rest of the market followed. So that means that somebody had put in a big order or had pushed up Bitcoin, but had only focused on Bitcoin. And the rest of the market saw that discrepancy in pricing. And because everything else follows Bitcoin, just because that's just the way the world works in crypto for some bizarre reason, and then they caught up. So what am I saying here? I'm basically saying sometimes you're in the right place at the right time, and if you do see a lag like that, then you might as well jump on it. There's an opportunity there if you feel comfortable enough for it. So for me, I've always got a watch list there as the top 10. Now, if I'm not sitting in there, if I'm not stalking anything for an immediate trade, i.e. there's nothing in my watch list that I'm looking to actually raise an order on, then what I will do is I'll quite simply just have the top 10 there. And I've always got the top 10 on at least one of my screens, no matter what I'm doing. Whether I'm working, whether I'm mentoring, whether I'm, whatever it is that I'm doing, I always have a screen open. Always have a screen open with the top 10, because that gives me a really good snapshot of what's going on. That's how I know that the Bitcoin took off and nothing else did. The lag of the other 9 in the top 10 soon caught up, and some of them actually outperformed Bitcoin in their moves. But that was just an observation that I thought I would let you guys know of. Now, we have had some very good moves, of course. Ethereum against Bitcoin, there was a really great Fibonacci booster trade earlier in the week that has continued to run very, very well. Moving stop to the 3rd move of stop point now, locking in some really good profit in that wonderful downturn. You can actually see that on the 60-minute chart if you go and have a look. Now, coming back to yesterday's Bitfinex madness, if you're not quite aware of what I'm talking about, Bitfinex went down right around the time that, Bitmex went down, and then the market pumped. Now, a lot of people got burnt, a lot of angry people, a lot of people talking about conspiracy theories, which might be correct, I don't know, but I'm not going to put any time into that. Why? Because it's already happened. I used to work in London with a couple of guys. There was 3 traders and one who was an analyst. Now, the analyst was wanting to be a trader. He had quit his job with UBS. He'd basically just got a really good payout. Not a payout, a bonus. He got a massive bonus, and he thought, you know what? I'm going to get out of this corporate rat race. I'm going to go and trade. Now, the problem for him was that he is an analyst, or was an analyst. An analyst's job is to go, here's the why. to your question. Here's the why to your move. Whereas traders, we just go, we're on it. Bam. Are we in? Are we out? What are we doing? We don't care. Do not care about why. We are either in it or we're not. And if we're not in it, we don't care. And if we are in it, we care about profit or we care about our risk. They're the two things we care about. Keep it nice and simple. Keep it nice and focused, because you've got to be laser focused as a trader. So, anyway, I think it was sterling against the dollar had just tanked, and myself and Andy, the bloke I was trading with at the time, actually there was two Andys, Andy and Craig, there was the three of us, we found a short on sterling against the dollar, and it just tanked, and we were in, and we got in and we got out, and it was a really quick trade. I think we were only in for 10-15 minutes, pretty quick, right, in and out, and he can, I can't work out why. I'm trying to work out what that move was, and it's like we're done, dude. We've been in, we've been out, we've made our money. The why is not important, because guess what? You can't trade yesterday's move. You can't trade Bitmex falling apart yesterday or stopping on maintenance. You can't trade something that's already happened. So why worry about what's happened? Stop asking yourself all the detail, because it's a total waste of time. It won't serve you, and what it does is it takes you away from what's important. If you're going to trade, well then bloody well trade. If you want to know the whys of everything, go and waste your time doing something else. It's just not going to help you. Now, I'm not deterred by what happened yesterday at all. I don't have any issue with it. I mean, look, let's be honest. If from where we started, we're down about $170 from where that pump started. Now, if we hadn't have seen that massive spike up and people going, we're down, we've fallen $570. Yeah, but it seemed like a really overinflated pump anyway. Like it didn't seem real to me. It wasn't good sustained crowd volume from what I can tell. It was just a quick one pump up, which we did see back before we saw the last reversal of trend. We saw that, we saw the market go bullish for a little bit, remember? Now what we've got is we've just got the market down a little bit, but it looks so much more extreme now. It's back into that range I was talking about. We're really ranging between, realistically, probably about 6,000 up to about 6,600. All right? We've got some support at 6,230, but we're just banging around. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it bang around for a little bit longer. The problem with that spike is it pushed us to new higher highs. It pushed us to a breakout of last week's candle, and it started to look more bullish. But it looks as though it was short-lived and fake in my view. So the point here is, guys, don't worry about what has been. Worry about the future. Worry about tomorrow. And worry about this. If you don't know how to trade, you might be feeling a lot more pain for the rest of the year. There's no guarantee this market's going to go on another big massive run anytime soon. I'm sure it will, but have you got enough to sit around and not take action in a bear market? Have you got enough to sit back and watch it deteriorate? Why would you do that? Why not get involved? Trade some of these markets to the downside. If you understand what you're doing, you can short these markets, and it's not going to hurt the market. Don't worry, these are derivative products. So you go and trade a CFD, for example. As an example, it's a contract for difference. It's written off the underlying. It doesn't affect you at all. Relax, be cool, get educated, and if we can help, please do. But today's another day. The spike is not an issue. Bitmex going down. Yawn. Let's move to the next space. Have a good day, guys. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. Check out TraderCobb.com because experience matters.